canter. Mike's the host with Dustin by his side. Pressing buttons, taking us on the ride. Politics, events, and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information.
Well, hello everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Maybe it's Saturday and you're watching it the next day, or Sunday, who knows. But yeah, welcome to Borderline Banter. I'm one of your hosts, Mike. And as always, Dustin's with us. Well, half of Dustin's with us. But Dustin, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Welcome to Borderline Banter, everyone. It's Friday. We made it through this whole week. And yeah, I'm kind of cut off because I've got a cat right here
Okay.
who, you know, is demanding cuddles at this very moment. So
Understandable.
yeah,
How's your last few days? This was a busy week for us, eh?
It has been.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. We actually got a presidential debate.
Yeah. And there won't be a second one. We're not talking about that tonight, but there won't be any more.
Yeah, I was debating about whether see what I did there?
Yeah.
I was debating about whether or not to do that story. The Trump announced he doesn't want to do another one. He's like, that's enough.
Yeah, which I don't
And I'm
blame him.
like, okay,
Like, whatever.
that's fine.
I get it. So
I don't think it's changing people's votes.
that's the thing. I think it's a waste of time. None of them have anything to prove. And honestly, Trump did offer her to debate her 3 times, and she turned him down and only said once. So it's like, okay.
Well, now
like,
she wants another one, so now who's turning down?
now he's like, no. He's like, whatever, right? It just
Like,
they're
what
both
is
being.
this, jilted. Like, oh, you said no to my date,
Yeah.
so I'm saying no to your date.
They don't know we know that they know that we know.
There was another story I was debating about. Apparently, Trump is hooking up with Huckabee Sanders.
Loomer. Something Loomer.
Or no, Laura Loomer?
Laura
that's what
Loomer.
it is. There's
Yeah, I saw that.
picture of him with hands around some lady.
Yeah, I saw. I don't want to talk about that either. Whatever.
just
That
like-
just. I don't know.
It was
yeah,
there, but it's
whatever.
not actually going to be something we talk about tonight.
But what we will talk about is Joe Biden endorsing Trump. Actually, should we get into it?
Wait. Did you say that as a question?
Yeah, I did.
Did you though?
Well, see, but that's what I see. That's my opinion. I'm allowed an opinion.
Biden accidentally endorsed Donald Trump? We're gonna
Question
find
mark?
out.
Okay, let's see.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna see what happened with the dang thing. So we're gonna jump right in with our first story from BBC. Biden wears Trump hat at 9/11 unity gesture, says White House. Unity gesture. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think there's twisting it. They're twisting it because like
that's just the name of the event. Or it was a 9/11 commemorative event thing.
Yes.
Something.
Biden and Trump and Harris are all in the same room together. It was kind of weird, you know, like they debated the night before, and then there were a whole bunch of people there. Yeah. There's a video I saw of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris walking in a room, and the people looked up and saw them, and they just went back to what they were doing. And in the next scene, Trump walked in. They all started cheering and clapping. It's like, oh, well, so it just
awkward. But I guess it's not the only awkward thing.
Yeah, but that's why I personally actually really like this video. It's very, very. I don't know.
It's been a while since we've heard from Biden, so we're gonna.
And know what?
see the man.
Out of all the videos we've seen and talked about Biden over the year, this is probably one of the best ones. He almost seemed like a human being here, in my opinion. But let's see.
Well,
so
yeah, I was gonna say I haven't. I saw part of it. I don't think I really fully watched it. So this is gonna be kind of. We'll see. I'll see if it's that. And this came out on Wednesday. So, well, he's visiting firefighters in Pennsylvania. So that's the only context I have. Should I turn this up?
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, is it like presidential seal on that or something?
Okay.
Here. So he's holding some sort of a hat. And this guy's wearing a Trump hat.
Presidential seal on it?
You want to autograph it?
Oh, sure, I'll autograph it.
Huh?
Yeah.
You remember your name?
I don't remember.
So this guy's Trump hat.
He just said, I don't remember my name.
I think he was joking though.
Yeah, he was cracking a joke. Which
Yes.
is, you know,
It's good.
good to see he can
Yeah.
still crack a joke.
he hasn't been doing his job, so he's resting. He's been resting. But yeah, let's play the rest of this out.
Look at this guy. That's
Yeah,
good.
he's got a
I
marker.
got a marker, sir. I got a marker.
You're an old fart.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm an old guy.
You're an old fart, right?
I know you would know about that.
What?
About being old.
Oh, I know.
All right.
I'm a young timer.
He reminds me of the guys I grew up with. There was always one in the neighborhood.
Well, I'm the only one.
There you go, man. I need that hat.
Want my autograph?
Hell no.
See,
I'm surprised
like,
he didn't say yes to just like isn't more pandering to say yes.
I don't know. This is just such a funny interaction.
know.
I really like it. And you know how much I dislike Biden, and I actually really like this video of him. So, but anyway,
Kind of fun.
let's finish it up.
I ain't going that far.
Yeah, you said you would do a selfie. There you go.
There it is. Look at that smile. He's got the. Listen, wait.
I'm proud of you now.
He's proud of
You
him
old
now,
fart.
you
I'm
old
proud of
fart.
you now, you old fart.
No eating dogs and cats.
I just.
Thank you.
They're good. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I hope you like the pizza.
Yeah, he kept the hat
Of course,
too.
Makes a crack about the Trump cat and dog.
But
thing.
then he kept the hat. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was a cute little segment.
No, let's
of a
face it.
couple
That guy's
guys.
probably still voting Trump. But he's out now.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got
yeah.
Biden's autograph. Which hey,
He does.
like, you know. So like, come
Now,
on.
what's he
So
gonna do with that? Is he gonna throw it away, or is he gonna
No.
put it on eBay?
put it on eBay. Let's
Doesn't that kind of implicitly say it has value? And
let's take it away.
I mean, is there really anything to say that the video didn't?
I don't know.
So
Be okay.
yeah, he was in Pennsylvania. We were already up to there. Video recording the incident shows the president having a friendly conversation with a Trump supporter before they swap headwear. Donald Trump's campaign was quick to see the funny side. Thanks for the support, Joe. One post read with a photo of Biden in the trademark Republican hat. Oh,
So, yeah.
That's
So-
easy clap there. Aiden.
But this is
do
almost
that when he
this is almost Biden saying, "I don't give a fuck anymore." Okay, it's been 8 minutes. Yeah.
Another said
But-
Kamala did so bad in last night's debate. Joe Biden just put on a Trump hat.
Yeah, so that's I don't know. I really like it. I know Joe. Some people are like Joe didn't know what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah,
like
he
no,
was
Joe
very
was there.
cognizant, or
Like
whatever the word
again,
is.
like again, I'm very critical of the guy. I'm giving him one. I thought that was such a good interaction. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you know how we've been watching Raising Hope, and the grandma character on there sometimes is lucid.
Yeah. So
That was him.
yeah,
he was
that's
lucid.
it. He was there. Yeah. It's like,
He
oh
was there
yeah.
that whole
So-
time. So that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. And yeah, of course
Um,
they're Shanksville. I've never heard of that, but it's
That's where the
they're
flight
in
crashed.
Flight 93.
The one that
Yeah.
crashed in the field. Yeah. So
Oh, okay, yeah, with 40 people aboard. Yeah, this was all 23 years ago at this point. So
yeah, we've talked about it.
Um,
All right. You're right.
anything else? Officer made a hat. We saw that. The hat had a presidential seal on it, so either way, that's a pretty fancy hat.
Yeah. Like, no, exactly. So that hat's worth something. Like, and it's signed by him. Like, that guy's
Yeah.
like, okay. I know what, that guy was happy. He was like, they were both very polite to each other. Both very. It was a good, I'd say, American fashion day or something. So, as I got this hate flag behind me, but once Trudeau's gone, I'll
Look,
take it down.
It's only
so.
hate if you admit that that's a word.
So, yeah, you're right.
And are you doing
So,
that right now?
no.
Did you just admit it?
No.
Otherwise, it's, you still got plausible deniability.
Maybe it's hate because I'm a Trudeau fan.
Okay, so the daughter of the dude who swapped hats said Biden kept the Trump hat, but also
Yeah.
down here it says she said that her father ended up getting another cap from the Trump campaign after they reshot.
So yeah,
So,
this guy's
Trump
he's
made
good.
sure this guy still has a Trump hat. Don't
Yeah,
wear.
that's
So
funny.
Biden's whole point was to like take one more hat off the street. Nah, Trump's got it. He's like, no, I'll give you a free one.
Well, Biden, they know for sure he wasn't gonna get the vote. Like he's not getting his
No,
vote.
it wasn't. That's what
But
I'm
it
saying.
was a good moment.
People are
But this is
crazy.
also Biden saying that he doesn't care anymore. Like Biden knows he's out.
He's having a good time.
He's not. He's like, you know what? I don't care anymore, right? He's like,
Well, it's kind of weird to say he's having a good time when like the event they were at.
yeah, not a good time, but he's like,
Time event.
a good time is like it's like I know what you mean by that. Like it's in his life. He's like, well, whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't care what people think anymore. Like, not that he did before, but he's like, put on the Trump hat. This is gonna piss off my handlers, and I bet they were pretty mad, you know. And that's when they came out. That's when they came out and said, "Oh, unity." He was doing it for unity. Bullshit, you know. Come on, so
she needs to just say it was a
Yeah.
joke. It was just he was having a laugh. And also, Trump apparently joked on the debate stage about sending Kamala Harris a "Make America Great Again" hat.
I kind of remember
We watched
that.
it, but I'm trying to remember like where.
Yeah.
It was when she was talking about the go to his campaign thing.
Yeah, I don't
And he's
really
like,
remember.
"Yeah, you should. And I'll send you a hat or something." Like, I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's that. I think. You know what?
Why
I
is
just
Kamala Harris
realized.
just highlighting her gun ownership.
I know. Yeah.
She was doing that.
She's got a gun. Know what I just realized?
And want you to know it.
Your
I
cat-
knew Tim Walz did.
Your cat's hanging out with you because of the next story.
Oh, she left actually.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Sorry, that's why I'm able to actually move and stuff. But the next story, you say? All right, let's see what we've got next. I think we're done with the hats. That's a pretty good one.
From ABC News, more threats in Springfield, Ohio. Well, I guess it's kind of related. We need help, not hate, Mayor says. Yeah, Springfield. So the Simpsons.
There's a lot of fear in Springfield.
The Simpsons are. There's a lot of fear in the Simpsons area.
Wait, I thought they figured out the Simpsons. I thought they figured out which state the Simpsons.
No,
was in.
because there's 3 Springfields, right?
Right, but I thought something.
They never admitted it. No, they never made. I don't think they ever did.
Hold on.
I'm gonna say no.
This says that Matt Groening revealed the location in a 2012 interview with the Smithsonian Magazine after keeping it secret for over 20 years.
And doesn't give a quick answer, so nah, whatever. We can look it up later.
No, the quick answer is Oregon.
Is it? Okay, there it is. All right.
It was inspired from. He's from Oregon. It was inspired by Springfield, Oregon.
All right. So
And
yeah,
Springfield,
what threats? More threats. What are these threats?
So yeah, for anybody who's not aware of why we're talking about Springfield, Ohio, this again relates back to the debate. One of the
Well, way pre the debate,
quotes from the debate, but this article will probably bring us up to speed, right?
I'm sure it will. Yeah.
2 elementary schools were evacuated, and a middle school was closed on Friday. That's today, in the wake of a new threat sent via email in Springfield, Ohio, according to the school district and the mayor. The elementary schools released students to their parents, officials said.
All right.
So no school on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. Kids are like, okay,
But
cool.
bad reason because they're
An email.
threat?
Yeah, an email.
Oh,
What did?
okay.
I wonder what.
Unclear if the person who sent Friday's threat is the same person who sent Thursday's. So I guess we didn't go live on Thursday. I didn't know that.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't see that
Thursday.
either. Yeah.
Springfield Mayor Rob Root told ABC News on Thursday morning bomb threats were sent via email, quote, to multiple agencies and media outlets in the city, according to the city commission office. Explosive detecting canines helped police clear multiple facilities listed in the threat, including 2 elementary schools, city hall, and a few driver's license bureaus. Springfield Police Chief Allison Elliott told reporters. County court facilities were also cleared, quote, out of an abundance of caution, she said.
Okay, so these emails were pretty scary, I guess. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to take bomb threats seriously because it is incredibly easy to make one.
Yeah.
It just is, and it's hard. You can't really make it. You can't make it not hard for people to make bombs. There's just, you know what I mean? It's like it's household shit most of the time. But again, in this case, they just said dogs sniffed everywhere and didn't find anything. So this was one of those like calling SWAT kind of things.
So
where the whole
FBI
point
SWAT,
of it is to get this response.
The FBI is working with local police to help identify the source of the threat. Yeah, let's find out who it is, who's doing this stupid shit. The mayor said there's lots of fear in Springfield in the wake of the threats.
Right,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
this could be somebody who's just not going forward with an actual real thing.
And it could be somebody in a different country too, just like, let's mess with them, or it could actually be a real thing, right? Someone in somewhere else, right? So.
Right. And also, this is currently a city that's in the news across the nation right now.
Yes. No, we're not just a nation, the world. So.
Possibly. You think the world cares about our politics that much?
I don't know. So
you would have the right to say this.
There was in my neighborhood watch group on Facebook. They were making jokes about cats. Okay, Because there's
Okay,
always
so
there's
maybe
always
I'll-
arguments about cats, and then there were some pretty probably memes that I'm not gonna show just because they're not. Well, I'm not even gonna say if they're funny or not because they're probably not that appropriate for online.
I mean, if you find them funny, it kind of
Yeah.
says something about you.
No, yeah, exactly. No. Anyway. This is very
It's a
con-
concerning time
go.
for our citizens, and frankly, a lot of people are tired of just the things that have been spread about our community that are just negative and not true. We need help, not hate. We told ABC News on Friday. The mayor said he believes these threats are directly connected to the baseless rumors spread online in the wake of viral social media posts claiming Haitian migrants were abducting people's pets in Springfield uh, in order to eat them.
Springfield order to eat them. Yeah.
Springfield order to eat them.
The rumors were amplified by right-wing politicians, including former President Donald J. Trump and his running mate J.D. Vance. Yeah, we saw that in the thing there. Yeah. In Springfield, they're eating dogs. Trump said Tuesday night in the presidential debate. The people come in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. The people that live here. The spokesperson of the city of Springfield told ABC News these claims are false, and there have been no credible reports or claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals in the immigrant community. Okay.
So it's just a made-up thing that I guess JD Vance started. Maybe I don't even know who.
I don't know.
Started it. I think JD did.
No, it wasn't. There was a whole bunch of stuff online. There was a picture of that guy carrying a goose, and then there's a picture. I don't know. And
I don't know who started it. It's not at all true. It's just completely false. Additionally, there have been no verified instances of immigrants engaging in illegal activities such as squatting or littering in front of residents' homes. Furthermore, no reports have been made regarding members of the immigrant community deliberately disrupting traffic.
Now I saw.
Added, your pets are safe in Springfield.
Now that has nothing to do with pets, but I did see the same woman say that there was a whole bunch of people that were sleeping on her front lawn, but she didn't stay in Springfield.
Yeah, that would be the squatting or littering.
And another thing I heard, I don't know if this is true, but apparently a lot of them got vehicles, and the driving laws are not very similar, and they're causing accidents. But again, I don't know if that's a true report.
So that's the second part where the mayor's saying that they're not fucking up traffic.
No, there it is. Okay, yeah. So no. Okay, so those are all. The mayor is debunking them. So according to the mayor. So again,
you know way better than me.
What? But the mayor would also be like, my city's safe. But again, no, the mayor's saying it, so your pets are safe, and I hope they are.
I mean, if your city's really not safe, probably say something.
Yeah, hide your cats.
Springfield estimates there are around 12,000 to 15,000 immigrants living in the county. Sorry. Migrants have been drawn to the region because of low cost of living and work opportunities, according to the city. The rapid rise in population has strained housing, healthcare, and school resources, according to the city. Okay, or it's the same as everywhere else in America, where housing is strained, healthcare is strained, and school resources are strained. You're not unique, Springfield, and it's not because of immigrants. There's no immigrants in all the other cities.
So right now, they had 58,000 people.
Right,
so 58,000 people and 15,000 people added to that. So it is a big thing, but yeah, it's no difference. Doctors are hard to get anywhere, and that's in Canada too, not just America. Like there's no doctors anywhere, and if there are, you're waiting hours to see them.
That's not really the issue. It's not an issue of finding the healthcare
and houses and stuff.
Supporting the healthcare. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's 12 to 15,000 new people, and they're probably going to barely use the healthcare system because it's very hard to use without paying a lot of money. Especially if you can't get over-the-table employment where you get employer-provided health insurance. We've talked about this before, where America's great.
And they are there legally. They're on their temporary protection status, so they are in America legally.
Okay, so then they could probably get a job where it potentially could have health insurance. Potentially. They don't have to do it. Employers should just be like, They really don't care about your health. Even if you're their employee, they're like, it doesn't actually matter. If you die, we'll fire you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is true, I guess. Temporary protection. Okay, yeah. The Haitian Bridge Alliance condemned the baseless and inflammatory claims about Haitian migrants, arguing they not only perpetuate harmful stereotypes but also contribute to the dangerous stigmatization of immigrant communities, particularly black immigrants from the Republic of Haiti. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine.
Besides of white immigrants from Haiti? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who all comes from Haiti.
I don't think, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say there's probably not many white people come from Haiti that are Haiti descent. But it's just weird how it says that. It's like, oh,
yeah,
wow.
particularly. Like, well, I mean, there's a non-zero. And obviously those people probably are able to assimilate easier. Because,
maybe,
you know, people use visual racism.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 0. But Ohio.
So the governor dispelled the rumors this week, said the state would send more resources to Springfield. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing you do in response to a surge in people is you up the resources you allocate for that.
But yeah, you would have to do that, and that's especially if the government help.
Because all the government provided programs need to be bulked up by about. You said the population was 30,000?
Yeah, it was 60 and went up 15%. So that's like 25%.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right?
You got to find that percent and bolster every state and county level program thing.
And that is a big jump. 25% is a big jump in a non-Ohio.
So you do that, and then they're back up to par with the rest of us who don't have housing, health care, and that other thing you set up. You're still not going to have those things. Sorry. Turns out, even Columbus doesn't have those things. So it's, you know, if Columbus, Ohio has those problems, Springfield, Ohio is going to have those problems.
Yes.
Sorry.
Trump said there's no tax and overtime pay though. Hey.
Well, is there? I don't know.
That's what he said he's going to do.
I don't get overtime.
So you know, I know you're on salary. You're on salary. I was thinking that. I heard that. I was like, what about people on salary? There's nothing, right? So.
So the mayor stressed anybody on the national stage that takes a microphone needs to understand what they could do to communities like Springfield with their words. They're not helping. They're hurting communities like ours with their words. Are they talking to us?
Maybe, I think so. So, I'm not gonna say they do or they don't eat cats or dogs. I'm gonna go and say they don't. Well, I don't have proof. I'm gonna go on the limb and say they don't. But there might be a small percentage, right? But I'm gonna say
this is a thing where you need to have affirmative evidence for me to say it happened. It didn't happen until you have affirmative evidence because it's
other than the goose, other than the picture of the goose, the guy carrying the goose, which again,
Springfield.
Again, I'd say there wasn't in Springfield.
But
that was I forget where that was. That wasn't in Springfield.
Columbus.
Yeah, but that's the only evidence that I have is that yes, they're hunting ducks that they're not supposed to be hunting at this time. So
the other one is they have the video of the lady being arrested
for eating a cat, but she's just a meth crack
killing and consuming a cat. And turns out that's a American-born resident.
Yeah.
Not an immigrant, not a Haitian, just a good old-fashioned American who is eating a cat.
And by the way, if somebody,
Springfield,
I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say for the record too, though, if I catch anybody eating my cat, I'm not calling the cops. So you know, like I'm sorry, but yeah.
Look, if somebody hurts somebody's pet, I think the general response you're gonna get from the owner of the pet is violence.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I'm not advocating violence. That's just the predictive result of fucking with someone's pet.
Yeah.
There was that thing on Netflix, Don't Fuck with Cats or whatever. You know.
I couldn't watch that, or I can bring myself to watch it.
Yeah, but pet owners tend to be passionate. It's not just cat people. It's dog people, cat people,
birds, anything. Yeah.
Birds. Yeah. Do you think people are passionate about their?
Oh, 100%. So
really?
My friend's bird was lost, and it was lost for a week. And
he kept it in a cage.
Oh no, it was full free around the house, right? Go to the cage at night. It was actually pretty good at going to the cage and pooping there. Like it was weird. So
you can train a bird to maybe it can be attached to a bird. So I'm imagining it's just in a cell all day.
But no, they fly around, and one day it got out, and it was gone for a week, and she went looking around, and then one day she was walking looking for it, looked up, and it was in the tree. And she spent like an hour talking to a tree, and she said everybody passing by thought she was some drug addict talking to a tree because the bird's very tiny, and she just tried to convince the bird to come down, and it finally did. So, yeah. Okay, next story. Coming to Canada, eh?
Yes, we're gonna move on to Canadian news, eh?
From the CBC.
Eh?
Canadian Army says new military sleeping bags not suitable for a typical Canadian winter.
I wonder if they should have just gone to Canadian Tire, says defense expert.
Yeah.
So just to sum it up, the Canadian Army bought the wrong sleeping bags.
No, they cheaped out because they're like, oh, we sent all our money to Ukraine, and now we have nothing left for ourselves. So
like, what is their excuse for buying cheap ass bags? Like, seriously.
Because the military sucks. Our military gone trash in the last few years. And
they give the numbers of
it's
how
because
cold
it's because of this guy right here. But that's again my opinion. Okay. Let's see what this is.
Pretty fucky. This is Jesus. Look at this. Yeah, I don't want to do this. You want to do this?
Yeah, I do actually. I did it. See, not gonna lie, when I was in cadets, we did that, and we went on a few. And this was going back years ago when I was much more energized. So maybe not now, but we went out in the winter, and it was fun. You know, you go out, and it was like minus 10 degrees, which is probably 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not that cold, and if you dress warm enough, you're good, right? And it was pretty fun.
I guess, maybe for small amounts of time.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, this is like from 2022.
Yeah, just some.
This is actually Fort Greely, Alaska. This isn't even Canada.
Yeah, because we work with you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so despite the Defense Department spending more than $34.8 million on new sleeping bags, the Canadian Army asked late last year that hundreds of soldiers headed to a joint northern exercise in Alaska with the Americans be issued old 1960s vintage bedrolls.
Okay, what? So
like, bring back the 1960 ones, please. Bring those out of storage. They were better than the new shit.
So yeah, that's insane. So
troops who had used the recently issued General Purpose Sleeping Bag System, GPSBS. They really have BS in the acronym. That's crazy. That's wild. Late last fall, in a preparatory exercise, found, quote, several critical issues, according to an internal briefing note obtained by CBC News. Do you want to take a guess what the critical issues with a sleeping bag could be?
No insulation.
It doesn't keep you warm. Is there any other than it doesn't keep you warm?
Yeah, that's it. Like, comfort's not the biggest deal, a little bit, but no, it's a warm thing. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's more than 350 soldiers belonging to the 3rd Battalion, Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry. That's a wild name. Deployed to Ram Falls Provincial Park, west of Red Deer,
Alberta. That's Alberta.
That's
A-L. Yeah. I always think, even me, I'm like Atlanta. I always fall for Atlanta.
Like, even but we're not at Atlanta, so I'm like, somehow this is Alaska.
Even as a Canadian, from Alberta, I see that. I'm like, Atlanta? Oh wait, no, Alberta. Fuck.
Red Deer, Atlanta, in late November last year, where they spent several days training for northern operations.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Temperatures during the deployment ranged from -5°C during the day to -20°C at night.
Yeah, so 32 degrees. 32 degrees is 0, and minus 20 is probably, I'm gonna say plus 20-ish, roughly, maybe plus 10 Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. Cold, not that cold, but cold. So, but okay.
Pretty cold, but not even freezing, and we get
no, that's freezing. That's below freezing, man.
Well, how much below in Fahrenheit?
Oh my God.
We can do this. Hold on,
minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. It's minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not that cold.
4 below is pretty rough, though. I don't want to just.
Yeah, well, it's not the coldest, but it's Okay.
The critical issues discovered by the soldiers, quote, related to lack of warmth with the new GPS bullshit. Sorry, BS.
Yeah.
I said the briefing note written on December 5th, 2023. They had to like do all this official stuff to like say that the sleeping bags don't work.
I wonder who again. Somebody probably made a lot of money on this and just got him shit, off of Temu.
Yeah, who did this? Who like was somebody doing this to save money for some reason to like pocket it?
Yeah. The general instability of the new sleeping bag system has prompted the Department of National Defense to start looking to buy additional bedrolls that they can use for far north. So spend more money.
Why is far north capitalized? Is that like a
far north's cold? Yeah, no, because like the Queen Elizabeth Islands, probably. They're talking about, right?
There's like a group of places that they consider the far north.
Yeah, maybe, right? So
I guess I don't know. Or is CBC dumb?
You know where the Queen Elizabeth Islands are, right? Above Canada.
Yeah.
There's not really many people up there, but if any, but they might go up there to do things. Who knows?
Far north.
During the training exercise late last fall, soldiers reported that even though they used both the inner and outer shells and slept in tents heated by stoves, they were still cold. Yeah, that's not right. They should definitely
more than just the sleeping bag too.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff, and it still wasn't enough.
This is Canada for you. This is Canada in a friggin' what do you call it? I don't even know what the rest of how to finish that sentence. In a nutshell, Canada in a nutshell is what I was trying to say.
So the quartermaster concluded the new sleeping bags were, quote, better suited for use in weather conditions that are characteristic of late spring to early fall, and were not practical for typical Canadian winter conditions nor the extreme cold of Alaska, where the troops deployed for further training in January.
And why would they send them?
Which would also be winter.
Again, why would they send them then? Again, somebody cheaped out and did that. Like, they knew.
This is what they look like?
Yeah, like nothing, right? So.
Yeah, that doesn't look like much.
Again, it's hard to say. I've had some sleeping. I had a good sleeping bag when I was a kid.
Here.
But.
These don't look like much. Briefing note recommended that soldiers deployed on that exercise with the U.S. be, quote, loaned 500 of the Army's old Arctic sleeping bags, the ones the new system was meant to replace.
Okay, well, thank you.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
the Liberal government.
Yeah.
You want to take this part?
No.
Okay, the Liberal government has placed renewed emphasis on defending Canada's Arctic, and the recent defense policy update, Our North Strong and Free, promised a series of new equipment purchases for cold weather operations. Specifically, the policy promised to acquire, quote, new vehicles adapted to ice, snow, and tundra.
I think they're worried Russia's going to invade,
This is the Trudeau government wanting all this new stuff, this new Our North Strong and Free.
But see, the thing is, I don't know much about this. I'm not gonna lie. But first thought that came to my head is there's nothing gonna happen up there, and he's just gonna be pocketing his money. Be like, well, it's way up north, and there's no cell reception.
This is most likely a waste of money. Let's be real.
Several soldiers reached out and complained about the sleeping bags. That's the whistleblowers. Good. Because, they probably were like, deal with it. And they got better sleeping bags, but that's not the point, The lack of confidence in the Canadian Army is sad,
Yeah. And apparently this group, 3PPCLI, these weird acronyms, isn't even the first. There's a second battalion, the Royal Canadian Regiment, 2RCR, also found the new sleeping bags to be flawed on a different exercise. So this they've heard it multiple times. You got junk, Justin. I don't know what. Maybe it's that performative kind of crap. He wants to appear like strong against Russia.
Yeah. I was posted a story today about Russia, because Ukraine's trying to urge America to allow them to use their missiles inside of Russia. Canada already gave them permission, which is part of NATO. So I hope Canada steps in and says don't do it, because Russia's like, if NATO's weapons get used in Russia, there's going to be a problem. And so let's hope not. Maybe that's why Justin's doing this.
I think we all hope that the articles of NATO are never triggered, because it does mean lots of countries going to war, which is in fact world war.
Yeah,
and
but
hyperbolic. That's what.
That's what it is. Yeah. So
another system of sleeping bags here. This is incredible. Extreme cold weather sleeping bag system, the ECW. Did you ever watch wrestling?
No. Kind of,
they
yes.
used to chant ECW.
I don't remember.
The ECW SPS initiative. So I don't know what those are. Those sound cooler. It says extreme, right?
So, and D&D has not said if the bags were weather tested or not. So
So
they
no
weren't.
idea.
Yeah, they have no idea. All right. Well, I think that's.
They have no idea what tests or thought was put into them before ordering them. They obviously just don't work.
I wonder if they should have just gone to Canadian Tire.
Is Canadian Tire a thing?
Yeah, have we never heard of it?
No.
Okay, now just Google Canadian Tire money right there on that screen, so we can all see it. How it's
Canadian Tire what?
Canadian Tire money. We even had a money system for this company back in the day.
There's a whole Wikipedia dedicated to what
Yeah.
you said.
So we had Canadian Tire money,
scale.
and this is, yeah, yeah. So you'd go and shop, and you get Canadian Tire money, and then you could go spend the money at any Canadian Tire around the world.
All the way up to Loonies and Toonies.
Yeah. So.
Look at that.
Now it's all digital,
Goes
but yeah.
5 cents.
But yeah, Canadian Tire is a good old Canadian. Like it's just where you get like your fishing license and all that stuff. You know, fishing tools, lawn tools, stuff like
British
that.
American. America's involved. We did it. We did it, Joe.
Okay.
America's
All right.
involved. We did it.
No, I think
That's
we're
kinda
good to
weird.
move.
So, did they pay their employees in this money?
I don't know. I never worked there.
Oh. There was a
So.
1 cent one at some point.
Yeah.
And a small quantity of 3 cent ones. These are weird.
Yeah.
Currently issued.
Well, there's still probably lots out there, and it's not over because they'll never stop taking it.
60 cents? Oh, there was a $100 one they issued in 2022.
They'll probably never. Yeah, that was probably a
95 more
promotion.
issues, part of a social.
Yeah,
movement
exactly.
for the 100th anniversary of Canadian Tire.
There you go.
For 100 years, here's a $100 thing.
And that's the thing. That's something that they're not going to spend. That's something you're going to get framed, right? Because it's collectible.
Probably, yeah. This
Right.
is something you just keep. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. There's this pub in the UK somewhere that has currency from around the world, and they got some Canadian Tire on their wall. Canadian Tire money. So, but yeah. Want to move on to the next story?
Customers at an ATM got Canadian Tire money instead of real money once. The bank gave them real money back, but that happened.
I don't know. That seems kind of. That seems like a lie.
It says several customers at the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce.
I don't believe it because with the what
They
at the
would
what
have to accidentally stock it with them, and how would they have them
and
to
what
stock it?
and how would the machine read it
Right.
properly? The machine wouldn't read it because we always have those special bars on it and stuff.
Unless the money delivery guys delivered the
No.
wrong batch to
But
the
it wouldn't work because there was a machine reader that we had a strip on every single bill. That
2004.
I'm pretty definitely sure. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I mean,
So.
it says it happened, so I don't know.
Oh, they're talking about the Trailer Park Boys. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on.
In
I'm
the
gonna go.
mid-90s, there was a guy in Germany with $11 million in counterfeit Canadian Tire money.
So
It was
see.
recovered before he left for Canada to redeem it. Okay, that's an interesting rabbit hole right there.
Yeah, it is,
About
so.
Canadian Tire money. I don't know what story we were on, but are we done with it?
We're done.
Okay. Whatever that was. Yeah, the sleeping bags. So hopefully your military figures out how to keep their soldiers warm.
I'm not
I
gonna.
think you would know that by now.
I'm not gonna hold my breath.
We'll see.
I'm gonna
All
bring
right,
an
this next
extra
one I
sweater.
think, this next one I think Jay's found for us.
Yeah. You can take it
It's
away.
a very scientific one, so hopefully we could follow. From CNN, scientists who discovered mammals can breathe through their anuses received IG Nobel Prize.
Now, mammals in
We're supposed
general
to say
or
IG?
certain mammals?
Or IG. What is this? Just says discovered mammals. That might mean you and me. We might just not know how.
Whoa.
You're not gonna wait and see
So-
how. You're just trying.
Let's see, I'm just
something right now?
trying.
What are you-
Well, that South Park episode where they started eating the food with their butt, remember? And then they started.
trigger warning,
yeah.
I guess. We're gonna. It's very graphic.
That guy's go okay. Okay, what the heck? All right, yeah, pretty weird. So okay.
They are a team of researchers give a lighthearted demonstration of their work, which found that many mammals are capable of breathing through their anuses, while accepting the 2024 Ig Nobel Prize in Physiology.
Okay.
These are the guys. It took 5 guys to figure out how to do
So
it.
how do
These
you
guys-
breathe through your butt? You stick that up your
you
butt
need
and
this.
breathe?
You need this.
Is like a
This
tube?
thing.
Is that a
So
tube you
need
stick
this-
up your butt? Like
Yeah,
one of
and I
those.
think basically it's like a respirator.
Yeah. Okay.
And then so your anus is connected to your lungs. Did you know that? That's why when you cough,
yeah.
sometimes there's shit. No, that's not how.
I was gonna say.
That's, I don't
like,
think that's pretty wrong. I think.
Okay.
They'll
Yeah.
explain it. The world still holds many unanswered questions, but thanks to the efforts of the research team awarded the IG Nobel Prize on Thursday, some of these questions, which you might not even have thought existed, now have answers. What is IG? Instagram?
No, I don't know.
IG. We now know that many mammals can breathe through their anuses, that there isn't an equal probability that a coin will land on heads or tails, that some real plants somehow imitate the shapes of neighboring fake plastic plants, that fake medicine, which causes painful side effects, can be more effective than fake medicine without side effects, and that many of the people famous for reaching lofty old ages lived in places that had bad record keeping. What the? Am I having a stroke?
I thought I was, but
Is that the words that are there?
we now know that many mammals can breathe through their anus, that there isn't an equal probability that a coin will land on heads or tails, that some real plants somehow imitate the shapes of neighboring fake plastic plants, and fake medicines will cause painful side effects, can be more effective than fake medicine without side effects, and that many of the people famous for reaching lofty ages lived in places that had bad record keeping.
This is a crazy paragraph, isn't it?
The award, which have no affiliation to the Nobel Prize.
Oh, wait, you could just steal the name though?
So IG, what is?
Well, IG Nobel. What is IG Nobel?
I'm looking at. Okay, you got it. Okay.
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna find. It's a satiric prize awarded. Wait,
Yeah.
does that mean joke? Annually since 1991 to celebrate 10 unusual or trivial achievements in scientific research.
That's kind of actually. You know what? I want to look it up. I want to see the 10 weird things per year.
Okay,
Not right
hold
now.
on.
No, not right now. Let's not do it right now. Come on. I guess we can. Sure.
What do you mean? What, you don't want to see the 10 I wasn't going to show 10 things per year. I was just going to show its aim is to honor achievements that first make people laugh and then make them think.
Yeah, that worked. I want to see that. I kind of want to see them now. Though, you know, it's like that's something I do.
The name of the award is a pun on the Nobel Prize, which it parodies on the word ignoble. What is ignoble?
Ignoble prize. Ignoble prize.
I've seen this word, but I've only ever seen it on a Magic the Gathering card.
Ignoble means,
Not honorable in character or purpose.
yes,
of
it's like.
origin or social status.
Did we really need to know that we can breathe through our butts, or is that something that we don't need to know? Like, yeah, you know, like is that so? I guess maybe. So, I don't know.
People laugh, then think.
So,
Well, but like, what if you could breathe through your butt? Would that be useful?
I don't know. You know, like
Because then, like, you could hold the blanket all the way over your head when you're sleeping, and then
Yeah.
have your like butt out. Because like our legs and butts can take colder temperatures than our head, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We're just doing
So
the sleeping bag story, man.
I'm not leaving my butt out in the
Science
open.
could
That's what
change.
I'm not doing. So don't fall
If
for
you
that
could
again.
breathe through your anus, the zipper could be different.
Okay, let's see what else happens.
The 2-hour ceremony is quirky as the scientific achievements it was celebrating. Audience members were welcomed to their seats by accordion music. Oh, okay. That's like Weird Al plays the accordion.
Yeah, I got an accordion.
Do you? Do you
Yeah.
play?
I make sounds. I make sounds. Okay,
That
so
is playing.
so
Before a safety briefing, warned them not to sit on anyone unless you are a child, not to feed, chase, or eat ducks, and to throw their paper airplanes safely. There were 2 paper airplane deluges during the ceremony in which the audience attempted to throw their creations safely at a target in the middle of the stage.
huh.
Okay. I mean, this sounds like a bunch of science nerds having a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
I could definitely see myself going to something like that. I don't know, 2 hours though.
That's a long time,
And
yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully, it's entertaining.
Smoke. Yeah.
Also, this worm.
Yeah.
Worm guy.
Okay. Well,
This
I
is
think
fun.
I don't know if I want to know much more. I guess we can't. They didn't tell us much about
This
it.
guy
but-
did research using chromatography to separate drunk and sober worms.
Like, I don't understand. People have some. Like, I
How
don't
do
know.
you tell which worm is drunk? That's what he was researching. Based on chromatology, so that's color. Chroma is colors and stuff. So trying to figure out based on the coloration of the worms whether or not the worm is drunk. Dope. We don't need to know that either, do we?
But people get. I don't know. I guess maybe one day they'll need to know that. Some stuff pretty rare, but drunk worms.
Yeah, so here's that one. The Japanese research team led by Ryo Okabe and Takanori Takebe discovered that mammals can breathe through their anuses. They say in their paper, which I guess we could go look at, we're not gonna, that this potentially offers an alternative way of getting oxygen in critically ill patients if ventilator and artificial lung supplies run low, like they did during COVID-19. Oh, shit.
You know what?
That's a
Okay.
legit point. We were making the sleeping bag jokes, but that's like literally ventilators and stuff and like getting oxygen into somebody. Yeah, that could be real.
You just stick a tube up their butt and have. I guess. Oh, I don't know.
If I'm gonna be stuck on a ventilator and my choice is I've got something shoved down my mouth or I've got something shoved up my butt.
But it's going more than up your butt.
I'm gonna let something get shoved up my butt.
It's
Mike.
going up your lungs, dude. I don't know.
You can make a clip of that, by the way.
Yeah, okay, well, don't you worry.
I think I'm gonna is where you.
What did he say? Can you do it one more time?
No, because I don't remember exactly how I said it.
Okay, so
about the butt, and I think I'm gonna.
I'm around 4750. Okay.
B.F. Skinner was posthumously awarded the Peace Prize for his work attempting to use pigeons to guide the flight path of missiles. Wait, is that?
So,
Why is that
pigeon.
peaceful?
Yeah, you're killing pigeons. So, pigeon anti missile pigeons. Is that what they are? Anti missile pigeons?
I guess. Well,
I don't know.
I suppose because it was peace, right? So it must be anti-missile
Yeah.
pigeons.
That's what I see.
European-wide research team was awarded the Probability Prize for conducting 350,757 experiments to demonstrate that a coin tends to land on the same side it started when it is flipped.
That was.
So if somebody's holding a coin on their finger like this with heads up, you should just say heads.
Okay, ready?
If it's
1,
50-50,
2.
it's slightly
I'm
more-
on heads. 1, 2, 3. Mine's on tails.
Heads.
Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'll do it one more time.
You gotta have heads up when you flip.
Heads up, tails again. So I don't know. That's 2 now.
I can't show the camera. Oh, I dropped it, but I can grab it, and it counts still, right?
Yeah. Oh, I probably should not have
That's
showed that. Look at
Heads
tails again.
I got heads twice, so
Well, I
okay,
can't.
I've canceled you out.
Yeah,
Gotta go
so-
get pumpkins here.
Okay, anyway, let's go on. We're getting distracted.
Okay, I got tails, so
Okay.
it didn't happen every time.
We're getting distracted. Let's go.
Botany prize for finding evidence that some real plants attempt to mimic the leaves of nearby fake plants. Okay, so they're going into detail of that whole crazy paragraph of all these. Those are all like different things.
You said we weren't gonna do the 10, and then what are we doing?
I thought you were talking about like on some other page.
That's
No,
alright.
we can probably stop
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's enough of them.
That's a lot of
Also,
weird
that
shit.
paragraph had them all, but there's a
Yeah.
picture of a
Yeah,
cat here.
that I think we should have stopped before.
And exploding a paper bag next to a cat that's standing on the back of a cow to explore how and when cows spew their milk.
So the next story though, it's some.
There's a cat. You don't care?
No.
There's a cat on a cow.
Okay.
And they really did this experiment with a real
Yeah.
cat.
And a real
To
cow.
figure out something about cows. Yes.
Okay, let's read what this cow and cat stuff is then.
It says right here, exploding a paper bag next to a cat that's standing on the back of a cow.
What? That's
it. They take a paper bag, put the cat on the cow,
okay.
pop it, and then
Let's
they
move
look
on
at
to the
how
next
milk
serious
comes
news
out
out of
the
Canada.
If they do or don't.
The crazy crime rate that's going on in Canada.
Yes, this is
From
obviously disturbing.
CTV News, Ontario woman charged with assault with a weapon after neighbor was sprayed with a water gun. Yeah. Don't be messing around in Canada. You can't be having guns. Guns are bad.
Yeah.
You know,
terrible,
like
yeah.
so.
They do have a video here.
The woman
No, it's just news. There's no video.
Tony, very serious.
It's just.
I don't know. Do you
See,
want to watch the
I don't know.
video?
They're talking about how serious it is. So.
Hold on, let's go back a couple seconds then.
What? But they charged her. CTV's Jeff Pickle joining us now with more on this.
Jeff Pickle.
Jeff, really no laughing matter
Jeff
here. The
Pickle.
woman facing a rather serious charge.
Tony, very serious, and Wendy Washik is a 58-year-old educational assistant. She says she was playing around with some kids from the neighborhood at a backyard barbecue.
His name's
She
Pickle.
accidentally hit the neighbor with the water from the water gun. Police were called, and they have laid a charge of assault with a weapon.
Yeah, very similar to that, like a pump style.
On most days, it's a harmless
She
toy.
looks
But right
pretty
now, a water gun.
aggressive. Look at that.
Well, yeah, she's dangerous.
But yeah, that's
And
not.
also,
Let's read it. Let's not talk. We can go into
she's
it. So
59. The dude
Yeah.
said she doesn't
So-
look bad for 59.
well,
Just
this,
saying.
this Canadian's got it. You know,
Yeah.
it's a coldness. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna start with right off the bat. Yeah, the charges are gonna be dropped. No lawyer's gonna take this seriously. There's no way. So
Hopefully, did you pre-read
no,
or is that
no,
just
I didn't
you?
pre-read it all. But let's see. Yeah.
I would hope that is the outcome too. All right, a Simcoe, Ontario woman has been charged with assault with a weapon after spraying her neighbor with a water gun. I've cried myself to sleep many nights, Wendy Washik told CTV News. Well, yeah, obviously you're getting charged with
a charge, and
serious
she
crime
probably
for-
first time she had to go to jail because you have to go to jail when you get charged usually.
Yeah, yeah. And the
Like
whole
you don't.
process is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So that's I don't blame her. Like that's traumatizing for that. So
58-year-old educational assistant said she was playing with some kids at a backyard barbecue on September 1st. Because I love kids and work with kids, I asked if he had any water guns, and he said, yeah. Washik then chased the child from the back of the house to the front of the home and accidentally sprayed her neighbor. I was trying to figure out how the water gun was working. It's not like I play with water guns at my age, she explained on Tuesday. I was going through the gate and it accidentally hit the neighbor that was maybe 3 feet away, who was cutting his grass.
So this guy, wait. So the neighbors are having a barbecue, and this guy's like, "I'm gonna cut my grass right now," because you know, yeah, no, that's a dick move. No, that's coming out to me. He's like, he was out there vindictively. If they're having a barbecue, and yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah. Walken said she tried to apologize. According to Ontario Provincial Police, Norfolk County officer was called to Woodway Trail after neighbors' dispute resulted in the victim being physically assaulted. Now this isn't like, I don't know, like, yeah, that's, they told my husband to bring your wife out of the backyard and that I'm being charged with assault with a weapon. Should be called. They didn't ask me a single question. Yeah, cops are, I don't know. I guess they have no choice, really. If the guy says he wants to press charges, they have to. But it's water. The cops have to, I don't know. It's pretty messed up.
They're allowed to ask questions and investigate. That's literally why they're there.
Like, okay, no.
You don't just get a call and go and arrest somebody just because I called. The call said I arrest you. So
you know
I'm not
what?
gonna
Yeah.
do anything else, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm not gonna look at anything.
Canada's pretty crazy, man. Canada's pretty weird. That is Ontario.
They definitely should have done their job because, well, I mean, did they even try to recover the weapon?
Walken was then taken into custody. Hey, if they have no weapon, then there's no case. Because of the incident, the education assistant has been put on leave by her school board. Unreal.
It just blows my mind that this has happened to me. The mental and financial stress that has put on my family, my children, and my husband is not right. It is not fair. See, the thing is, even if she's found innocent or they drop the charges, these things have already happened to her.
Yeah. I think everybody knows, but see, everybody knows that it's stupid. The school board were like, okay, you can stay on. They should be like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Let's bypass these rules for this. This isn't an oversight. You're being charged with spraying someone with a friggin' squirt of water. You know, right? So.
Which we all know is ridiculous. And
yeah, look at in the next line here, what it says. Go ahead.
Neighbors told CTV News they have history with the man who phoned police that day. He's had numerous issues on the street, lots of neighbors. Police called on them, and they're constantly here.
The douchebag was mowing his lawn while they're having a barbecue. He was mowing his lawn when they had the barbecue. That says it all right there. You know,
yeah,
like...
It sounds like he calls the law over any little thing.
So he went out there to mow his lawn, probably with a very loud mower, and he probably left it sitting there mowing when he didn't need it mowing because he's like, I'm just going to make noise. Again, that's just me assuming that.
I'm going to do it right
now
just because.
That's it already seems that petty. That's what I thought right before they even said this, but they've had issues with him. Yeah. This is going to be an episode of Fear Your Neighbor. Have you seen that show, Fear Your Neighbor? This should be an episode of it. You know, but usually it turns out someone being shot and killed, but he was shot and got wet.
Could end that way. We don't know. If this dude's a gun owner, it might end up being something like that. We might freaking read up about this in a future story. We just don't even know. Yeah, so this is just all the neighbors saying how shitty this is living next to this guy. We all get along fine except this dude. Is what they're saying.
And that's the thing though. People steal cars and they're like, well, you're good. She sprays someone with water. You know, like I don't know. Canada's broken. This guy. No, I'm gonna blame him for everything. So.
We want to assure the community that every case is thoroughly investigated to ensure it is handled appropriately and brought to resolution. We are committed to maintaining high standards in our investigative work. Well, except for asking like questions or anything.
If she threw the gun at him, if she sprayed him and he said don't do that, and she kept spraying him, maybe. And I'm not saying for sure, but I'm saying
still isn't the charge.
Yes, I'm still saying maybe. Like assault with a weapon, I don't know. So
the burden for that charge, the weapon needs to be a demonstrable weapon that can cause harm. If it's not if it can't cause harm, it's not a weapon by definition.
He's gonna say, "I feared for my life. I thought it was a real gun." So.
Well, that might be your justification for pulling your own firearm, which is what I worry this guy will do in the future. He'll mow his lawn with a gun in his lap.
That's against the law in Canada, though. So yeah.
Is it? If you're on your property?
You're not allowed to have your gun out ever. You're not allowed to have it in the city. Yeah. Like it's shit. I shit you not. You're not ever allowed to have your gun. You're not you're allowed to go to the shooting range and back. That's it. And when you're hunting, that's it. But you're not allowed to have it loaded on your property.
There's a GoFundMe out here to try to help the family. Even if they drop the charge at this point, they've already.
You should see what it's at. You click it. See what it's at. The GoFundMe.
This is the end of the story, right? Okay. I just want to make sure I don't have to try to come back.
They deleted it. So.
Well, it looks like it's out now.
It probably got shut down because she's a. It probably got shut down because she's a criminal, and GoFundMe doesn't fund criminals. You know, so. I'm guessing that's the case.
Things that you can't make a GoFundMe to cover.
So they should go to Give Send Go because you can do that on Give Send Go. That's available in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, or they could just drop the charges in town.
Yeah, that's true, but they won't.
All right.
They might drop the charges.
Do you have anything else on crazy lady with a water gun who's killing all of her neighbors?
Just second story to show you how messed up Canada is, how broken Canada is. So.
They're shooting the water guns in Ontario. All right, Jalopnik. Tesla's semi-fire took 50,000 gallons of water to extinguish. Cal Fire aircraft dropped water on the 1,000-degree blaze to prevent the fire from spreading. What fire?
Yeah, first of all, Tesla semi-fire. Okay, Tesla. So Tesla means battery. Battery, you do not put water. Fire, you do not put water on it. Like, what are they thinking?
I'm wondering that too. Water for a Tesla fire? Doesn't sound right. When you do smother it or
that powder stuff, yeah. Now actually,
a fire extinguisher is the powder.
When I first saw this, this is actually one of the bigger deals that fire departments don't want electric vehicles to come so much. Is because they don't they don't have the supplies right. That means every fire truck's gonna have to carry some extra supplies on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we have
put them out, right?
City systems. Yeah, we have our city systems set up with water pumps.
And it's not just Teslas; it's any electric vehicle out there. Because electric vehicles cannot be put out because of the lithium.
So, what are we looking at here? This is them spraying on a fire.
That's stupid. Whoever made that decision was stupid.
I don't know. Is this literally the Tesla semi here? And they just sat here spraying how much? 50,000 gallons?
Yeah.
Might not be doing the most effective way of putting out the fire. I'm not a firefighter. I can't tell you how to do your job, but. So, the National Transportation Safety Board revealed on Thursday that California firefighters used 50,000 gallons of water to extinguish a Tesla semi fire last month. Meanwhile, Calgary, where you're at, has like a water restriction.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do the math here right now. In Calgary right now, we can use, I guess, quite a bit, but we can use just about 11 million gallons a day in Calgary right now for about 1.5 million people, which is not that much water, honestly.
Yeah, well, but 50,000 is a much lower number.
Yes, it is. So
putting it in perspective, this isn't like we're wasting enough water to feed Canada for any amount of real time.
But yeah, you don't spray electric vehicles with water. Like, it's common sense.
And oh god, why did that just happen?
Because it
just turned dark.
Chamacomo.
Okay, so the electric truck, it is electric, crashed on Interstate 80 in Northern California and burst into flames. The resulting 1,000-degree fire shut down the highway for 16 hours and drew federal investigators to the scene. So not only did they use the water, it took them 16 hours.
And nobody was driving the truck, that means.
Hours.
So.
Did they ever stop at that 16 hours and go, sure,
maybe stop? Yeah. Yeah, it's like, why? You know, like, I don't know. Why? Yeah.
They had 16 hours to think, maybe I'm not doing the best thing. So this must have been the best thing, right? Hopefully. This is your National Safety Board in California. They should know something.
And well, anyway.
So California is also more on fire than Canada.
I was gonna anyway, I don't know what else to really say. That's stupid on their end. I wonder how the accident happened. Because Tesla trucks are driving by themselves. Or I don't know if they're completely driving by themselves yet. But
yeah, I have no idea about that. But this is a big interstate being closed down for many, many hours. Remains closed in both directions. So this is
all they had to do is keep a little salt in their truck and pour it on there. Look, it doesn't even look like that big of a fire.
Why did that shut down all the travel when it's off the road like that?
Because the lithium would blow up or something. Because they were spraying it with water. Yeah. You know, like
to explode so they could go home.
So a Tesla employee was driving the semi from Livermore, California to the company's facility in Nevada, according to the AP. The truck left the road on I-80 and as it bends through Immigrant Pass, I don't know. Immigrant, I don't know. Past 70 miles from Sacramento, the semi hit a tree, slid down a slope, and came to a rest against a bunch of other trees. Driver walked away unharmed. But the massive lithium battery burned in the middle of the wooden area. Yeah, the Golden State recipe is a recipe for disaster. Okay, well, they could have kept the water on the trees around the fire and put the proper stuff on the lithium battery.
So I just Googled how to put out lithium-ion battery fire.
All right, let's see.
Well, I mean, it's still this AI overview. Should we trust AI overview, or
I don't know. Yeah, we have to now. It's 2024.
Fuck it, we'll trust it. Here are some ways. Use a specialized extinguisher.
Yeah.
Lithium-ion battery fires use a foam extinguisher, CO2, ABC dry chemical, powdered graphite, copper powder, or soda, sodium carbonate. That'd be like your baking powder, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You can also use a specialized extinguisher agent like the F500 encapsulator agent, which cools the fire and encapsulates the flammable liquid electrolytes.
So it looks like they got
plants grave.
Yeah, looks like they got a few things to do with it, right? Like
car fire blanket.
I'm trying to think because I worked at a factory. This was a few years ago. I worked at a factory, and we had many batteries. You submerge in water. You don't spray with water.
Right, which is why it took 16 hours of them directly hosing because they were trying to basically simulate being.
And you know what happens? You know what happens while a lithium battery's underwater? There's still fire and there's still an explosion just underwater. Not an explosion, but there's still fire underwater because it's lithium burning.
Yeah. Allow a controlled burn. This could also explain the 16 hours. Perhaps they were just doing a controlled burn.
Yeah.
Fire can't be extinguished.
And they were just burning. They were just spraying around it. Maybe. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Each cell may burn at its own time.
Who knows? All right. Well.
Obviously, you want to disconnect the battery. That doesn't apply here. I mean, this is for if it happens in your home. It has extremely toxic smoke. This might be the reason they have no traffic. right here.
Yeah, that's the way the wind's blowing and stuff.
Yeah. So, we learned about lithium-ion fires. I still don't know that I like their strategy. I feel like a massive blanket would have been a better one. Or the specialized extinguishers. Bring something in, right?
Yeah.
This isn't like it happens.
Or have containers with them prepackaged, and a helicopter can literally pick it up and open powder and drop it on top of it. You know, like they do with the water bombs.
Airdrop response.
You know, like there's many ways you can do it.
Oh, well, hey, speaking of the devil, Cal Fire aircraft responded by dropping fire retardant around the burning truck to contain the fire. The aerial dousing is in addition to the 50,000 gallons of water.
But that's not what I'm saying. That's fire resistant for around it. They got to come up with a product that they can literally fly over top of it, drop it right down with a helicopter, like so they can get above it, drop it right down, and it opens up and falls right on the thing.
Yeah, well, what do they mean when they say dropping fire retardant? Do they just mean water?
They probably that pink stuff that they drop in forest fires when they usually go in front of the fire and drop a whole bunch of pink stuff that just helps for it not to burn.
So apparently, we already knew this. The fire gave off a toxic plume and would have necessitated evacuations if there were nearby residences. So I guess this must not have been near anywhere. It's just out in the middle of the interstate. Fire departments around the country still don't have a standardized method of extinguishing electric vehicle fires. They will simply let the battery burn itself out and dump as much water on it as possible.
There you go. It's all right.
It is literally the controlled burn dousing method. They've got to come up with something else. You're right. We're not ready. We're not ready.
Yeah. But yeah.
This is something we can get ready for if we're serious. But hi, Pumpkin. Ready for the end of the show, sweetie?
Well, I think that's that.
This is a pumpkin tail, proof that she's here.
Yeah.
She did show up in time for the show.
But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had a great time. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Share. I hope you guys enjoy the show. And if you want to be on the show, just drop us a line. If you go to Borderline Banter, you can see our socials, and you can even email us to get yourself on the show if you have something to say or you want to join the conversation. I suggest actually message me on X or Facebook. You get a fast response because this usually goes to your junk mail. But if you message me here, I will get back to you.
And as always, we like to end the Borderline Banter with a mental health awareness segment. You can come out to our website and click up here where it says it's okay not to be okay. We have a whole bunch of hotlines and numbers you can call to get a hold of somebody, banter with somebody, talk through the shit that you're going through, whatever it might be. You're not alone, and we want you to find someone you can talk through shit with.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah,
thanks everyone for being here. Thank you, Mike.
We'll be back Monday.
100 people that apparently watch after we're live, because our view counts are kind of crazy. How people watch way after the live, which is kind of new with being on just YouTube.
The
live counts versus the total counts end up being very different.
Yeah,
so,
but again, thanks Joe Biden for endorsing Donald J. Trump. Because that was a great man.
President of all time
Donald Trump is correct. He hates Kamala. That he said that at the debate, right?
He is very jilted about being forced out of his party.
He was forced,
he's now
I'm glad you agree with me. Yeah, exactly.
He's wearing MAGA hats. It's pretty clear what that means.
Yeah. So,
drinking an orange can, you know what that means.
Joe Biden just wants a spot in his administration. That's all he's doing it for now. It's suck up. All right.